All you have to do is connect the dots between human values and your product or service or brand. Now this video is about how to do that, how to connect the dots. And we call this process values thinking. People spend all day, 24/7, 365, looking for more of what they value. It's a neurological truth. It's just how human brains are hardwired. And that's why we turn values into data so that we can pinpoint the shared values of any group of people anywhere on Earth. Now this valuegraphic data means that, finally, you can speak into the values of the people that you want to engage and influence the outcomes that you'd like to see. All you have to do is connect the dots between human values and your product or service or brand. Now this video is about how to do that, how to connect the dots. And we call this process values thinking. And just like design thinking, it's a simple thing you can do, a simple process you can use to turn values into ideas. Now let's say you represent a clothing brand like North Face, and your job is to find ways to make the North Face brand more popular so you can sell more Gore-Tex and fleece. Now you'd sit around with your team in a boardroom with some donuts and you'd look at the demographics of your target audience, things like age and gender and income and all those typical labels that we put on people. And you'd explore whatever other psychographic insights you could find about how often they buy their clothes and whether they're loyal to you or buy from other brands. And you'd brainstorm some ideas about what to do with all this information. And you'd come up with things that we all expect to see from a brand like North Face. But what if, on top of all that, you also knew that people who love North Face over-index in a remarkable way on the value of creativity? Now suddenly, you'd have a very specific set of ideas about how to make your customers feel more creative and how to be more creative yourselves. Maybe your customers could design their own product on a platform like some of the running shoe companies offer, and they could customize creatively their own jackets and rain pants. And maybe you could use famous artists of all kinds as spokespeople for the brand in your advertising. Now those two initiatives alone would align the North Face brand with the creativity that your customers seek from the moment they wake up in the morning to the moment they fall asleep at night. Neurologically speaking, your brand would become magnetically appealing and irresistible to these individuals. Think of it as a pair of interlocking Venn circles. In the one Venn circle, you have your values, and the other contains your product features, advantages, and benefits. And where they overlap, that's your launch pad for creating those compelling strategies and tactics that harness the enormous power of shared human values. Because we're all values-driven.